What do you actually seek? Wealth or status? If you are thinking too much, then the answer is you are a status guy. So, this video is about the past journey that I've gone through, the status thinking and the status driven body, which I have gone through, and it was a terrible mistake. The reason is in this video, and after what I've did, there would be at some part. Now I've changed through status about status thinking, and I really didn't know about it. The status thinking about, and if you will be shocked through what I'm saying in this video, if you really try to understand, and the subtitles are already here. So back then at the from from class 5, if Indians are here, actually Indians will be here. So if you try to understand that everywhere you will seek out the most, I'll ask you one thing: what is the most respectful job in India? You will say IS officer, and whatever else, many things are here. So what is the most respectable thing in the India? And the second question would be, what is the most wealthful job, or let's say wealthful work that you can actually do now in India? The first answer is very easy, status wise, because status is easily to be heard. But the second question actually will take some time. So what is happening is there is, back then I didn't know the person like Kunal Shah and the Naval Ravikant who actually little bit talk about it, and I've really tried to learn from them. And here's are the something, editor Baba Daldo, uh, and here's written ki why you should not seek the status, instead wealth. And I've tried to understand their thoughts on the arguments, and that's chalte raha, chalte raha. And then I've really found that one thing is that we really don't need to seek the status. Back then at class 5, I really tried hard at study because I wanted to show people. I really tried to do something that I wanted to do, but it was not because of something that, like, I did that time, uh, picking up the wild vegetables from the forest. So the most intrigued things that comes to me in my mind was not that I'm going to get money and I'm going to be independent and I will buy Maggie and eat it. But the one thing that was coming, and I was overthinking is about, is what we people will think about me. I will be this, I will be that. And about that, after that, many thoughts also comes before after that. Like, if I get rank one, top position, status, what will be happen? They will be like a follower of this leader. Wow. So that's the kind of the person I was, who always seeks status, status, status. What is the most actually important thing that we all are going through? The situation that needed to be solved, which is the problem of wealth. Your family facing the financial problems. That's why they are scolding mother and father. And about many serial cases is happening between society is because of the money between status, money war is actually before. So what I'm going to do now is that every time I think about that, what people think about me, and you will actually will have that. If you really deep down think that, you actually have uh, think, you have actually imagine the people in your, in between your eyes, they are talking about you, they are laughing with you about what you actually are, the kind of the king type feeling you will have. So this kind of the things happens. And but after that, I watch many videos like Kunal Shah's video. I think after 5 years since is this, today's now is a Monday, and actually now is 25 2023. So It's a kind of the late thing. At I'm now 16 age, 17 is going to be. So the thing is, Naval Ravikant at his Twitter said that to is about wealth is something you must seek, not status and money. Because money is something you transfer with time and wealth, which is it takes your time, and wealth is something that you gain even if you sleep. And the status is something the hierarchical social something that like that. So status just doesn't satisfy you always. It does most unsatisfied thing. And and money is also something like it can never be stopped. It has infinitive number of it can be where you will like if you have the achieve the 1 lakh goal, you will always surrounding of the thinking of Elon Musk. So wealth is something that lets you to give you freedom. It's the need that you wanted, and because of your needs like food and whatever that is really needed, you can really count it. It is accountable, and you can actually have a limit on how much the wealth you wanted. You actually can understand the economy and the inflation rate, and then you can actually target your wealth in the wealth after that whatever else, but you can actually limit your wealth. And even if the lifetime cost, you can actually try to you can be satisfied your wealth in an actual way. And a wealth is a need, status is not need. Okay, so everywhere even around in Arunachal Pradesh you will find that there is many kind of the thing, many kind of the work that actually people can do. But why they are in the sleeping of their house, they can do hair styling, hair cutting, bagera bagera, and many things are there. Like YouTube also gives them many kind of the skills works for them, but they actually don't do. Because in the mind there is always one thing, is the IAS officer, the most respectful job in this world. Why people seek status? If they want wealth, wealth is the thing that they want, but they are thinking about status. So Kunal Shah has talked that this is the well-driven society. India is a well-driven, status-driven society. We actually needed to be a well-driven society, but we are actually a status-driven society. So it's a huge problem because I was also this kind of, and because of the culture and the surrounding was like that, people also will be like that. Others also you will gain for the wealth. And status is something like Kunal Shah also said that uh, there was a crab, Indian crab in the USA. There was a kind of the actually boxes were there that was under the uh, in boxes there were crabs for to sell. But from many boxes there was one box that was that 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 the Dakkan was open. So people were asking why the this box Dakkan has opened. So the seller said that this is Indian crabs. If crabs try to go out, other crabs will pull out. So this is the kind of the status driven society. If one person is going to up, they will catch you from. But the wealth driven society, capitalism and the socialism is the kind of the different thing. Sorry, India is kind of a mixture of the socialism and capitalism. So in capitalism there is a kind of the collaborative nature. If you are really earning, there will be a high chance possibility that others can also earn. Because if there is a person who have the most purchasing power, okay, like there is no kind of the it is it is it is no zero some kind of the thing. If you if you uh, give money to a seller, he will have the purchasing power, and he will use the purchasing power for other heads. So this kind of the kind of net web system that helps us to be more collaborative, and also कि अरे तुम कमाए है तो मेरा भी बेनिफिट तुम्हारा भी बेनिफिट, बट स्टेटस ड्राइवन सोसाइटी विच इज एक्चुअली इंडिया, अरुणाचल प्रदेश इज कि ये ऊपर उतरा इसको दबा दो. सो दिस इज द मेन थिंग, और ये मेरा साथ भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. थोड़ा हम कम करने की कोशिश करते हैं क्योंकि स्टेटस इज काइंड ऑफ द बाय प्रोडक्ट थिंग. अगर आप वेल्थ भी परचेज करेगा, इफ यू ट्राई टू थिंक अबाउट वेल्थ, look the MBA chai wala. He has gained from the wealth, but now he says has he do many kind of public speaking, but without his wealth, his status is no other else. So wealth is something that can give you status, but remember that status is byproduct. Okay, and then you will remember and understand that wealth is also a byproduct by doing something valuable for others. But in this video we have talked about that wealth is sorry, status is something is byproduct. Actually I don't know really about it, but why I made these videos about because that I wanted to understand also about the status and the wealth, and how much this topic is needed to be uh, aware from the public, sorry, aware around public. So that's why.